Okay, so this video is to help you create your graphs for your penguin isolation beak lab. So for this lab, you will need to create two graphs. So your first graph is going to be a triple line graph showing me the total number of prey each chick caught over 8 generations. So to do that, you're going to open up a blank Excel sheet, and in B1, you are going to type in chick 1, in B2, chick 2, in C2 chick 2, and in D1 chick 3. I totally butchered that, but you can see what I mean. B1, C1, D1. Now in A2, this is where you're going to type the generation. So we have 8 generations: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now in the middle, this is where you're going to insert your data, and I want to show you what data I want you to insert in here. You are going to tell me the total number of prey for each chick for each generation. So this is chick 1, generation 1. So whatever number you have here for total number of prey, that's what you're going to type in there. Then for chick 2, generation 1, that's the value that you want. So just a reminder, you want to graph every single generation, every chick, and you're doing the total. So I'm just entering random numbers here, but of course you will enter your data. So once you have done all of this, you are ready to create your graph. So you are going to highlight all of this data. You're going to click insert, and you're going to click chart. When you do this, it will give you this nice line graph. If for whatever reason it gives you bars, I do not want bars, I want a line graph. So you're going to come here to the chart type, and you can select line graph. Now, these titles are not the best, so we're going to go ahead and change them. So to change them, you are going to click on customize, and you're going to click on chart and axis titles. So your chart title, we are looking at chicks versus prey caught. So you're going to change that to that, and you'll see that it automatically changes it on your graph. And now you're going to go click on this chart title, and you want to change the horizontal axis title to number of prey caught. And you can see that changes there. And then your vertical, you're going to want to change to generation. And there you go. You have your graphs. So now you're going to copy and paste this graph into your document. Now, when selecting the graph, it's very important that you select on a white space. So not on the graph or any tick marks, because then it won't copy. So click on it, press Control C, and then Control V into your document. So now I'm going to show you how to make the second graph. The second graph that you need to create for your document is a bar graph that shows the different beak combinations that you had in your lab. For example, knife and knife, spoon and knife, etc. This graph is going to be different for everybody because everybody had different combinations. So I'm going to go ahead and type in a couple combinations, and you will type in whatever combinations you had. So I'll just do fork and fork and spoon and fork. Okay. So now what you're also going to do is tell me how much krill and how much fish these caught. So this is how you're going to look at that data. You're going to have to do some addition. So you're going to have to, for example, this one right here is knife and knife. So I am going to look at how many fish and how many krill were caught. However, if this one is also knife and knife, I have to add it. So if 5 of these boxes are knife and knife, I have to add up all of those values. Does that make sense? So for example, if chick 2 were spoon and knife, and chick 3 was also spoon and knife, and this number was 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. For my data, for number of fish, I'd have to add these up and say there were 4. And then for my number of krill, I'd add that up and say that there were 6. So you have to find all of that combination and add up all of those numbers. And then you'll put them in here. So the total number of krill caught by all chicks that had a knife and knife. The total number of fish caught by all chicks that had a knife and knife. So for this, I'm just going to make up some data. Remember that you have to find all of them in your data table, and you have to add them. Once you have this, highlight, insert your chart. And for this one, you're going to want to have a bar graph. So you're going to click on this line chart, change it to a bar graph. And then same thing as last time, you're going to change your title and you're going to change your axes. So you're going to click on customize, go to chart and axis titles. And right now it's on the vertical axis. So I'm going to change that to number of fish or number of prey caught. And then I'm going to go to my horizontal axis title and change that to mandible type because that's what I'm looking at. And then I'm going to change my chart title to mandible type versus prey caught. And same thing, click on the graph in an area where it's all white, copy and paste it, Control C and Control V into your document.